The meeting of Parks and Recreation for March 24 will come to order, please. If everyone would rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We could have roll call, please.
Yes. Ms. Sheldon is not here yet. Mr. Morrow.
I am here.
Ms. Drumheller.
Here.
Ms. Webster.
I am also here.
Mr. Halloran.
Here.
And Ms. White on Zoom.
She is not yet joined.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, well, we'll see when she comes in, if you would let us know, please. That would be great. Okay, announcements and agenda modifications. Does anyone have anything that's not on the agenda that they would like to bring up or have put on the agenda? Okay, we'll go by that. The approval of minutes from February 24th. I do have one small, on page 4 of our meeting under new business, when we did the election of officers, it's just Ms. Webster just needs to move it to my name for chairperson. We just have her listed twice. I think it's just a typographical error. So under the roll call for election of chair, it says Ms. Webster was elected as chairperson. Okay,
I was not.
But so that's me, and then she was elected as vice chair, and that's correct. So that's the only modification that did anyone else have any changes to the?
No, I will make a motion to accept the minutes with the one change.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a second. Mr. Morrow. So we are good with the minutes. Public input. I don't see anyone here. Is there anyone on Zoom for public input?
Not at this time.
Okay, thank you so much. Unfinished business, current projects, Mr. Blankenship.
Good evening, Board. Riverview Park Master Planning, we will have a public viewing of the concept plans that you saw at the last meeting on April 9th at 5 p.m. And then that's right before the council meeting. So we'll start advertising that here shortly. But on April 9th at 5 p.m. here in council chambers, there'll be a viewing of the Riverview Park Master Plan. Main Street Boat Ramp, the design has commenced. And as a reminder, this is for dredging, the dredging of the area. So that is underway. At the working waterfront, we have completed the replacement of the dry line. That was the fire suppression system, and we received a fine grant to do that. So that is complete, and we will be opening bids for the law enforcement dry line Friday, I believe, this coming Friday.
Okay.
And Swinging Bench Park, we have submitted the plan. This is the shoreline stabilization plans to St. John's, and we're awaiting some response to them as far as permitting and all that.
Do you think that's going to take an extended amount of time?
We've had a couple of meetings with them. You mean to get the permit or to do the?
To get
It shouldn't, now that they've seen it for quite some time.
Okay. I think that's going to be such a nice addition to the waterfront. Okay, any public input? All right, so item B is committee member park updates. Mr. Morrow, would you like to start?
Why, sure. So with all due respect to the chairperson of the committee over there, pickleball courts still need a windscreen on the west side.
And I do know as a update that screen has been ordered. I'll check tomorrow and see where we are with whether it's come in and they just haven't put it up yet, or what the status of that is.
Gotcha. Other than that, all good.
Okay.
One question. I do play pickleball at night, and the light is sensitive. Is there a sensor? Is that how the light operates under the gazebo there?
That I'm not sure. I believe it is on a photo cell,
Uh-huh.
but I'll double check tomorrow.
All right.
You mean it's sensitive to go off, or
Should come on when it gets dark,
it's not coming on?
but last time I was there, it was not.
Okay, I'll follow
No.
up tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Halloran, what's going on with your park?
Both of them, both George and Bryant look very nice. I did notice some piles of the palm fronds that were going to be picked up. Somebody went to the trouble of raking them at Bryant Street Park. And I'm just imagining that at some later date, somebody's gonna come and
They'll
pick
come
them
by
up.
with a piece of equipment to probably to get that and then clean up the trail at the same time.
Okay, very good, thank you.
It's getting a lot of use, though. Bryant Court is.
Good.
That's nice.
Good.
Ms. Webster?
So the ball field looks like it's been really busy because it's
It
season.
has been.
And Hardy Park, I've been by, it looks good. There's always people walking there.
Our parks guys do a wonderful job.
Yeah.
My 3 parks, I'm really delighted to see the planting of all the butterfly garden at the Garden Street Park. It's really coming along. I see people kind of treading through there. I wish they would just kind of stay away till it's a little done and better. But if you have a chance when you go by there, you see the plantings, they did a really wonderful job. It's not my park, but I did take some kids to the creative playground, and I talked to you about all of the sticks for the percussion section are gone. So they can't do xylophone, they can't do drums. It doesn't look like they were cut off. I mean, I went underneath the xylophone to see like if someone had used clippers, because it's a big steel wire there. Is that just people vandalizing?
Either that or just aggressive use, and they come off. You know, I believe the first, like I mentioned to you, the first day the park was open, they were vandalized. They were cut. I mean, they're easy to replace. We've ordered some. It just may be a situation where kids or adults are jerking on them real hard, or just aggressive use, and they come off.
So is there any way to get something that has a better life and not necessarily going to be vandalized that easily?
We'll have to speak with the manufacturer and see, because I doubt we're the only ones that are experiencing this, and see what they come up with in other areas.
It's kind of sad because it makes the percussion area, half of it you can't really use. So for all of you that use Creative Playground, bring some wooden spoons with you if you bring kids for the xylophone and the drum, because it's off there. But that park is just so much fun to take kids to.
And the bees were taken care of today. We had a bee removal.
Did they was there a nest there?
With the number of bees, there had to be.
Because I also noticed I had to take someone to the bathroom. I'm allergic to bees, and there was like bees flying all over the place. So I'm glad someone went out to do that, because a lot of kids weren't able to they were scared because there was a whole bunch of them. I'm glad that's taken care of.
I wanted to ask a question on Gardening Club. All the planting that's going on there, is the city paying for that, or is the club paying for that?
That's through the Sustainable Sebastian program. So the Development Services Department, it's in their budget.
And Natural Resources did the planting.
Yeah,
They were
they
putting
kinda
all
sponsored.
native plants out. Upcoming events at Riverview Park.
Okay, we start out with the concert in the park on the 28th. Sebastian Art Club on April 5th. Another concert in the park on April 11th. Field of Flags, if you remember, for the last several years, they've I'm not sure which group it is, but they post the purple flags.
So
in the
that's,
corner.
that's the Exchange Club.
Okay.
And it's a combination of the 3 in the county,
Okay.
3 of them in the county. And it's for Child Abuse Prevention Month. That's what that is.
And then on April 18th, we have our egg hunt and movie night at Twin Piers. Finally, Friday is also on April 18th. That's over on Cleveland Street. Community sunrise service on April 20th. The Orca buffered shoreline planting will be on the 26th as a part of the Earth Day celebration. They're doing some pilot projects to test stormwater you do the buffered planting and then test it after. The theory is that as it goes through the buffered planting, it cleans it up before it hits the river. So it won't be as big a planting as what Garden Club Park was, but it'll be some planting. And then we have the Earth Day celebration on the 26th.
The community sunrise service, where exactly in the
Twin
park?
Piers.
The Twin
Twin
Piers for
Piers.
Easter.
Yeah.
Okay, is there a church that's behind that?
I'm not sure if it's just one church or if it's several churches. I'm not
I
sure
didn't
about
go
that.
last year, but a couple of years ago, it was almost interdenominational. They had a few people, it wasn't one particular faith.
That makes sense.
New business.
Speaking of Garden Club Park planting, I'll just give you a kind of an overview of what the next few steps will be. If you've noticed the material that's in the parking lot, that will be spread. There's a trail designed throughout that planting. So the next step will be to put that material out and create that trail. And then on April 5th at 8 a.m., we're hosting a volunteer day to spread the mulch.
Okay.
We'll advertise that. Anyone that wants to show up and assist, it'll be bagged mulch. And we'll have it strategically, the pallets laid out throughout the planting, so you won't have to carry anything very far. But we figured we would, between departments, we would do a volunteer day and see if we can get that done fairly quickly.
Is that a natural resource board
Yes.
initiative also?
Yes,
So do we need to RSVP or just show up?
just show up.
Okay. All right.
And that's it for new business.
Okay. So our recreation program calendar?
We, and you guys met Lisa Phillips back in, I think, the
Yes.
January meeting, and she's done a fantastic job of creating some new programs. Got a lot of things going on at the senior center, new stuff. We had our first star party a few weeks ago and had over 150 people come out to look through large telescopes. It was just a very good event. So we've got more of that coming up. We've got the third nutrition workshop on April 4th at noon at the community center.
Is that being well attended?
Yeah, we had 25 at the
That's good.
last one.
That's great.
23 or 25. Star Party, May 3rd, and that's at Twin Piers. I-9 Sports, we have partnered with a group called I-9. I've been working with these folks for many, many years. They do youth leagues, but it's different. It's non-competitive. It's more of an introduction to team sports than it is, they don't keep score. It's that type of thing. You show up an hour before your game to practice, then you have your game, and then you're done for the week. So we're going to try that to see if we can get some younger kids involved, and it could be a feeder program for the more competitive stuff. We don't have any, in Sebastian proper, we don't have any soccer, so this will bring some soccer to the
Oh,
town.
nice. And what is the age group for that?
3 to 13.
Are these folks coming out of Vero?
The person that is running it here in Sebastian is a Sebastian resident. It's a franchise situation. So the franchisee is in Palm Beach County, but he's got Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, Indian River. He has done.
I'm just asking because my niece works for the one in Vero.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the situation with that. The Shark Fitness Challenge is May 10th. That's as it says, a fitness challenge. It will be at Twin Piers, Riverview area. We're partnering with Treasure Coast Fitness. This is something that they've done annually, but they've only been able to do it at their gym, which requires it to be small. We feel like if we move it to Twin Piers, we can have more folks, put more heads in beds, have some economic impact, as opposed to just doing it at his gym where you can only have maybe 100 people. So that'll be May 10th. We'll try that out. And then we're hosting Junior Clay Court Tennis Tour 3 times this spring and summer. The first one will be the weekend of May 16th. Having public clay courts is quite a benefit. So they actually sought us out because they knew we had public courts, and these are for kids, boys and girls 12 and under, to give them some experience on clay. Because if they're really into tennis, they need to play on clay to be able to get scholarships or move on in the sport. So that's what we've got going on recreationally.
That looks
Busy schedule.
very busy schedule.
Getting busy.
Just one thing that I wanted to bring to the committee, that since our last meeting, and we've been talking so much about impact fees and how it goes, and Joanne, who's not here, had asked me to talk to Richard about what happens after 7 years. And so just to clear it, after 7 years, if there were money in the pot, it would go to the general fund. However, there's never been money in the pot. And Mr. Benton also sent me an email saying, don't worry about it, it's not an issue. It's a non-issue. But she was interested in, kind of taking that next step, because we've spent a lot of time on trying to wrap our heads around what happens with the funds for our Parks and Recreation and Sebastian. So with that, does anyone else have anything else they'd like to say? All right. Yes.
I just wanted to ask, is there any new buzz on additional pickleball courts?
None that I'm aware of. Pardon? I don't even know if it's made it to limbo yet.
Oh.
It's not even taking up that space, Mr. Morrow.
Well, we were going to kind of
Yeah,
keep it
on, keep looking at it, yeah.
looking at it, but we're nowhere yet. We haven't heard anything from the county, what they're doing.
With the county?
Yeah.
We were involved a little bit in their master planning,
Right.
hoping that there would be some additional pickleball on their part up here. I don't believe that showed up in the master plan.
How about our master plan?
We don't have a master plan technically. That may be something we tackle here in the near future.
Well, it's definitely something that our community has asked for en masse, as more than probably any other sport or thing that we provide. That is something that we definitely need to keep in the forefront. For our next agenda, does anyone have anything they'd like to see brought up? Our meeting's going to be on April 28th, and that's all we got. So can I have a motion?
I make a motion to adjourn. You guys are doing a great job, by the way.
Yes.
I second it. Okay, we are done. This meeting is adjourned.